believe that Ontario education should try to educate children in a variety of facets, making them good citizens, productive citizens, and well-grounded to advance their education and to play a vital role in the economy.
And so our responsibility would be to make sure that those children learn, that they build up their self-esteem, and that they become responsible citizens.
I used to say to my teachers, I think it's so important that kids know that they're loving and capable. And sometimes school is the only place that they get that feeling because parents are working and so on. So that's what I think the role is.
The teacher is a parent, a nurse, a counselor, and on and on and on and on. I mean, it's a huge question as to the role of the teacher, and I agree with Marg that they, you bring the children in and you guide them through regardless of their strengths, and you work with the weaknesses.
The teacher needs to nurture as many talents of the child as possible and to help develop the child in appreciating their existence and being in the world. And in addition, the teacher should try to instill in all children that urge, that curiosity for lifelong learning.
They're showing a keen interest in the child's learning. They're also involved in after-school activities with the children in the school setting, volunteering for clubs and sports teams and so on. They attend the parent-teacher nights and have good questions, are prepared with questions, and know the curriculum.
It's very ideal for you to say, that the parent should become involved, but I also have to sympathize with the immigrant parent. The immigrant parent, chances are they're holding down 2 jobs, they don't speak the language, they can't come forward.
But schools and school boards can try to provide forums in which new parents, immigrant parents, can feel comfortable and feel part of the school setting and become involved in some of the school activities.
My concern was when I was teaching was that the children that you didn't hear from the parents were the ones that had the weaknesses, the real severe weaknesses. The brighter child, yes, the parents are involved, so whether they are linked in some way is very possible, but it was hard to communicate with to keep communication open with the children of parents who had low economic status or just didn't care.
To make it available to every religion, to make it available to every sector that wants to have their own individual private school. It just seems so foolish to me to set up, their classrooms in churches and their classrooms all around, and then suddenly we would need new schools to house these kids, and then we've got transportation, when in fact the education system provides the public education, and that's where kids, in my view, need to go and become the melting pot of the community.
There's a danger of overexpanding in the sense of trying to fund too many school situations. For example, funding of the public school system should be the top priority. And I guess in today's terms, we're talking about public and the separate or Catholic school system, because they're basically funded equally. But to go beyond that, to fund private schools, I think would really be disastrous towards building up and improving the public school sector.
I mean, he's introduced a lot of good things, but you need the monies and the people to support them. And coming from a rural school or area, monies are not being put into the rural areas that's needed for transportation especially. It's a big, big cost item to our local school boards.
If you were to take a look at what McGuinty has done with education in Ontario, great strides. He's put in a lot of dollars, he's been supportive of teachers, he's the new programs, the mentoring program for teachers, the student success teachers in every high school, the programs that will draw people who don't have those final credits, those who are 18 and beyond, those who are 54, 55, who are now going back and getting a high school diploma. All of those things are just really, really excellent. And so, if we had to compare it to what we had before McGuinty, this has been marvelous.
And I think the morale has improved substantially under this government. When the Mike Harris government came in the summer of '95, and I saw the video about trying to create a crisis in education. And my goodness, for the next number of years, teachers felt suppressed and unappreciated almost every day, as government spokespeople continuously came out, running down teachers for various reasons. Very disheartening, not only for teachers who had been around for some time, but for the new teachers coming on board. A very, very negative type of situation.
But one of the things that has happened is how they tried to cap classrooms. All right, so capping classrooms, we're trying to keep the numbers in the smaller grades smaller. And because of that, we've kind of got like a drinking glass that has been squeezed at the bottom, and all the older grades are now in larger sizes. And then with these smaller classes, we've got now split grades. So parents are coming back to the schools now and discovering that their kids are in split grades. Teachers are having to produce, study 2 curriculums and deal with 2 full curriculums. And in some schools, you get as many as 6 split grades. So in trying to help one section, you've kind of hindered another section.